Hello everyone, welcome back to our magical life. Today we will be seeing part 9 of this workshop. The topic name is Activating Creative Power. And this is based on Dr. Joe Dispenza's online course, The Formula. First, let us review about stress versus heart coherence. In last part, we discussed on the heart coherence. When we are living in stress or the survival mode, our heart beats incoherently and we experience internal conflicts. Example, waiting to react to the situation or just wanted to react to the situation but suppressing it due to the social norms, etc. And the stress hormones pulls energy from the brain into the body and from the heart into the body. Because of this shutdowns our creativity, our trust, our imagination, and our self-belief. So, incoherence occurs when we experience an internal conflict. Means when there is an external situation happens where we wanted to react to the situation, but we are suppressing it due to the social norms, etc. So, due to internal conflict, we experience incoherence, heart incoherence. Now, let us see how to move from the survival to the creative mode. When both our brain and heart are coherent, the heart produces a measurable magnetic field. This field connects us to the unified field or the quantum field or the universal energy. You feel less separation and more connection among everybody or everything. Let us see what is creation from the survival mode. Some people try to create from lack. That means that they feel that they don't have it, but they wanted to create something. That state of being, they are in that state of being. So what happens is that they imagine having something, but when it doesn't appear immediately in their life, they feel more lack. They feel more doubtful about the process itself. And they try harder, means they try to force them, they try to control them, they try to having that. Okay, and they wait for the outside world to change before changing happens internally. So the key principle here is that you must change internally to produce change or to see changes externally. Here, Dr. Joe Dispenza is also talking about the types of practitioners. He's talking about two types of practitioners. One, the impatient practitioner. Another one is the committed practitioner. The impatient practitioners are, they wanted instant results. After one meditation, if nothing changes, they doubt the work or they doubt the process itself. And they used to ask, what's wrong with me? Something like that. But the committed practitioners, they stretch beyond their comfort zone. They continue practicing. They don't quit. They feel growth and satisfaction. And they strengthen their belief in the process. So Dr. Joe says that mastery requires practice and repetition. Then let us see what heart coherence really means. It's that heart coherence means the heart center represents the oneness or the wholeness or the union of opposites, and which is the opposite of lack. So when heart energy reaches the brain, it influences imagination positively. Energy is restored to brain and heart. So you move from the survival mode to the creation mode when you are in the heart coherent state. Then he is also explaining about the meditation process to develop the heart coherent state. So in that meditation process, the first step is to create first the brain coherence. So for that, he's asking us to close our eyes first, then become aware about the blackness or the vacuum or the field. Then he is asking us to open our focus to in all the directions and to remain as pure awareness. Means with no identity, no past, no appointments, or no body itself. So this creates brain coherence. The step number two is placing our attention on the heart center. So the next we need to direct our attention or awareness to the heart center. The principle is that where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So keeping your attention at your heart center, moment after moment, it brings the heart center to life with awareness. Like a flower blooming, our attention or awareness activates the heart center. So the step 3 process is that slow, coherent breathing. Then he is asking us to inhale through the heart center slowly for 5 seconds. Means when you inhale, visualize that you are inhaling through your heart center. Then hold the breath briefly. Then exhale slowly through the heart. So this has to be repeated few times. The effect as observed in the brain scans reports in his workshop after the process shows that the brain wave shifted up, means after this coherent breathing as well as after doing the keeping our awareness at the heart center, the brain scans of the people who did this shows that the brain waves shift into the coherent alpha patterns and the and the body shifts from the sympathetic nervous system mode, like the means fight or flight mode, to the parasympathetic nervous system mode, which is the rest or repair or regeneration mode. So the parasympathetic state supports healing of our all whatever we wanted to help, or anything we wanted to help the situation, healing happens, and or the regeneration or restoration happens, or our metabolism improves. So then our body starts to feel safe or balanced, means out of survival mode. Okay. Next is the key ingredient, which is the elevated emotion. After breathing and calming the body, next he is asking us to generate elevated emotions. What are the elevated emotions? Gratitude, appreciation, love, joy, kindness, thankfulness, freedom, etc. All these are means elevated emotions. He is asking us to generate elevated emotions. Also remember that when what all things in your life which makes you joyful, peaceful, happy, etc. Think about them. If you need to think about your children, pets, or meaningful memory. So this will help you to be in the elevated emotional state. So the goal is that feel the emotion before the event happens, or before your goal is achieved, or before your wishes are fulfilled. What we have to do? Feel the emotion before the event happens and condition the body to feel the future now in the present moment. We have to feel the emotion of that our goal or our future at the present moment. So that is our goal. By doing this, we are conditioning our body into the future. So instead of thinking about our desires and feeling lack about it, what we are doing here is that we are training our body to think about the desire, thinking about it, feeling the emotion of fulfilling that desire. Means We have to feel the emotion of the fulfillment of that desire in advance. So he's also explaining that our heart has 40 to 50,000 sensory neurites. And he also says that heart itself is like a little brain. It sends signal to the brain via vagus nerve. And when our heart is coherent, it resets the amygdala activities. Amygdala, it is the stress center in our brain, right? So it resets, when our heart is coherent, it resets the amygdala activities or the stress center activities. Means it lowers the stress and trauma. And it gives signal to the brain that everything is okay now, like that. Okay. When you practice the elevated emotion, feeling the energy within you, feeling the energy all around you and sensing it with your heart, not not through your analytical mind or analytical brain. You have to sense it with your heart. And tuning into the magnetic field your heart generates. Okay, this will keep you in that state of heart coherence. So he's also explaining about the biological benefits of heart coherence state. When our heart is coherent, around 1300 to 1400 healing chemicals are released. It boosts our immunity. He says that in his workshop, the participants who undergone the research experienced an increase in immunoglobulin, which boosts the immunity in our body. So they experience an increase in this particular chemical by around 50% within 3 to 4 days of practice. So they experience stronger defense against viruses and bacteria. Heart coherence also increases emotional healing. It resets the trauma or the stress within a person. The past memories lose emotional charge, and memory without emotional charge is equal to wisdom, isn't it? So when we are having an past memory, and if we lose the emotional charge of that, then it becomes a wisdom for us, isn't it? So, and then you are no longer belong to your past. He's also explaining about the creation formula, which is what is the creation formula? Creation formula equal thought plus emotion. Thought is the electrical charge produced by our brain, and the emotion is the magnetic charge produced by our heart. When our heart and brain are coherent, we generate a strong Wi-Fi signal to the quantum field. We send a strong Wi-Fi signal to the quantum field, and we we synchronize with the new potential. When we are sending this signal, we are synchronizing, or we synchronize with the new potential or possibilities within the quantum field. So synchronicities begins to appear in our life, and the awaited experience come to us. You don't need to chase before them. Okay, you don't need to chase behind them. It will naturally come to you. So the key principle is that creation happens from the field, not from the matter. And what is being connected to the field? Our electromagnetic field, or the signal, the Wi-Fi signal which we send to the field, that is communicating with the field. Okay. And you don't look for the future if you already feel it happening now. If we emotionally feel it, feel the emotions of what is required in advance, okay, it will come to you. You need not chase them. This is the key principle. So here ends the part 9 of this workshop, but I just wanted to give a short summary about this one. So, in nutshell, just understand this. Your thought plus your feelings equal to the your state of being, and the your state of being is the signal you are sending to the quantum field or universe or the god. Okay, the signal you are sending to the quantum field or universe or god, it is equal to the your life experience, or what life will give you. What are the experience which is coming to you? It depends upon the signal you are sending to the quantum field. So please remember this. Okay. So the signal you are sending to the quantum field, it depends upon your thoughts and your feelings. So be careful about your thoughts and the feelings which you are sending, means which forms your state of being. Okay. So the full creation loop is like this. First, what we do is that brain coherent state. How to achieve this one? In our meditation, we have to open our focus, broadening our focus, so which will lead to the brain coherence. Then placing our, next is the heart coherent state. So for that, first we have to place our attention to the heart center. Where our attention goes, our energy flows, isn't it? So first place your attention in the heart center, then slowly breath work, slow breath, okay, through your heart center, which will create the heart coherence. Then what else? Generate elevated emotion and feel the future now. Okay, so next is the combined intention plus the elevated emotion. So your energy field will broadcast the signal to the quantum field, and the quantum field responds. How to respond? It will send synchronicities, or we will see synchronicities appears in our life. Then the actual result or the manifestation or the actual reality, it will show in our reality. So this is the end of chapter number 9 or part number 9. Thank you guys.